Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's almost Christmas, you know? Got my eggnog. Got, I got my Ace Attorney. Doesn't just feel right, you know? We began, last episode, we began the new case. We learned a few things. Mainly, there's a great exhibition going on. And Brock Van Zyk's got beat up or attacked, so that's pretty cool. Ryunosuke was really concerned for his well-being, given that Van Zyke has only ever been a complete asshole to him. But you know, I guess that's just the kind of guy Ryunosuke is. But before we go to the Great Exhibition, we've got to visit our good friend and our boss. The Lord Chief Justice, Mael Strongheart. I don't know how you pronounce his first name, but let's say Lord Chief Justice Strongheart, and beg for our right to do our job again because we've been on the sidelines for like 6 months. Also, he still keeps okay, 22nd of October. Also, thanks to that one excavator, we know that those pigeons or whatever, those are when he actually like intentionally keeps those birds. They don't just like fly around in his office, you know, by accident. But let's see. Hopefully, he'll be kind and not a jerk. It's been about 6 months now since I was last here. But some things never change. Like the way that I feel with her, some things stay the same. That's a good song from Frozen 2, by the way. Like, that intro song, just like, it made me feel like this shit was gonna be epic, you know? Like, it was gonna be this grand, sweeping adventure about time and change and stuff. And, you know, quite that good, but it's still a good movie. It's like a sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. Oh my god. I'm gonna need you to stop being so fucking adorable, Iris. Like, seriously, I can't handle that fucking outfit, and then... Jeez, pal. Didn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though. She's happily reading over there. Well, at least she's happy. Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here. Of course, I was forgetting that you'd been here before. The time we came here 6 months ago... Yeah, that's when we learned that Susato was gonna be leaving soon. And also, she was definitely wearing that outfit when she left and not her other outfit. That's exactly how I remember it. Also, boy, Strongheart sure does tower over most people. When Susato-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan... Oh, let's see if we can do that voice. Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me. Oh, Strongheart! Oh shit! It's like I didn't actually expect to see you here. I trust you've been keeping well. Let's see. Since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. I've kept you waiting a while. My apologies. I can only add so much bass to my voice. I'm doing what I can here. Oh, no. Not at all. I like nothing more than standing around staring into space. That's my favorite pastime, along with talking really fast. But trust me, it's not a secret dig at you, Strongheart. Good to know. Good to know that doesn't appear to bother him at all. Yeah, okay, well at least he's taking it at least he seems to be in good spirits. He could sometimes be a bit of a grumpy pants, so, you know. I know it's not Mael. Mr. Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student. He actually passed his test. You need only savor the air for a moment in its grand office to understand his preeminent status. I'm pretty sure there's not a hyphen in preeminent. As you'll be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty crime, and furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Oh, I've not heard about that. Bet fucking Emma Scott would love to go there, if she was born yet. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do, and it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. Oh well, I'm right about, on the same level as the worms. Well, probably the pigeons, I imagine. So, you wish to consult with me? Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about. Aha, well, thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind, as it happens. Bruno, just take a deep breath and come out with it. You see this armband? That means I want to be able to use it again, sir. Poobah, Daddy. Oh hey, I can present this too. Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this? The reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition. Of course. No, not that shit. That shit sucks. The story on the back page. What story? The Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not? Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he? No. Not yet, anyway. There's no need for concern. Lord Van Zykes would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know. Was he stabbed? Was he shot? Did he bleed out? Did it hurt? Oh, please. Fill me in on all the gruesome details. Very well, if it interests you. It does, strangely. What about this armband, by the way? By the way, Lord Strongheart, about this. The symbol of a defense lawyer in the Japanese judiciary. Oh, I didn't expect you to know that. We never accept foreign students before first researching the legal systems of their home countries. But such trinkets are merely for show. The only true measure of your worth is your performance in court. Yes, right. Well, at least he knows about them. So he does his research, if nothing else. By the way, sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Strongheart, but I'm just curious. Oh, I've just had a great idea. What is it? We could hide inside these suits of armor and spy on the Fob Watchmaster to see what he's really like. Who the fuck is a Fob Watchmaster? Oh. I guess that's another term to refer to Lord Strongheart. I don't have much interest in what Lord Strongheart is really like, though. He's pretty boring. Oh, please. It would be fun. You could be inside the left one, and I'll go in the right. You really want to have a go in a suit of armor, don't you? Oh. Now you're making fun of me, because I'm a child, aren't you? I wasn't making fun of you at all. I'd like to have a go, too. I mean, yeah, I'd like to wear a suit of armor and see what that would be like, you know? You couldn't read all these books even if you were reincarnated 3 times over. As a bookworm. Oh, I know. So much reading material. I'm very envious. I've really been running out of things to read recently. Oh, apparently the Watchmaster. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Strongheart is always looking at his watch, so I guess he is a Watchmaster of the sort. Well, that's because you read so fast. Perhaps, little by little, I could swap some of the books here with some of mine from home. I don't see why not. No one would notice. Or at least I wouldn't. Even if I was reincarnated 3 times over as a librarian. Yeah, good advice, Ryunosuke. She should do more crimes. The Lord Chief Justice's desk. When you look at that, there's no mistaking Lord Strongheart's authority, is there? Oh, but the light from the window behind is far too bright. It would be very bad for the eyes. I have thought of that. There are no curtains, that's for sure. What's more important, having a desk with an air of authority, or having eyes at work? I can't say I'd ever considered it. After all, my little office barely has any light to speak of, and I haven't really seen my desk in a while. Well, having no light is almost as bad as having too much light. The cogs of the giant clock are keeping time as usual, with a steady, rhythmical motion. It's really quite disturbing how little sound they make, considering their massive size. And it's a bit strange. Someone very brilliant must have designed it. And whoever maintains it must be very talented too. But I'm not entirely convinced it's even a clock. What? What about the huge clock face that forms a window over there? Some people just make machines that move for the fun of it, because they enjoy watching them. Rather like how Hurley makes his rambling deductions, just for the fun of it. I mean, you don't gotta call him out like that, especially when he's not even here to fucking counter. Even if the outcome isn't quite right. Never mind all the trouble it gets others into along the way. Okay, now we can talk, Lord Strongheart. I actually came here today to ask for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked, and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend someone under the rules of a foreign justice system. And I desperately want to have another go. Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. Here it comes. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Well, I mean, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on this study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling. then he fucking died. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asogi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill his calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Sorry? The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. Never mind. Okay, geez, pal. They keep bringing that up. Like, it's his mission and whatnot. And then there was a thing that Asogi... Yeah, Kazuma never told me what his actual mission was. Because, like, he'd be like... He would keep hinting at this, like, other thing that he was really wanting to do. But whenever we asked him about it, he was just like, no comment. And then he died, so... No one ever told me what his true calling really was. I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. Do you mean? As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Sick! That was easier than I was hoping, or easier than I was expecting. Who knows? All you had to do was ask, and you get to practice law again. Thank you so much. Can I hug you? I'm sure you wouldn't mind that, right? That's wonderful news, Runo! In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope. Of course! Please tell me more! Tell me about the curious affair! Who's fucking who? You described it as a curious affair. Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday? Oh, no. Yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Let me see. How is it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think. Instantaneous kinesis? As in, moving things with a click of the fingers? Ah, that's right. It's just what my turbo blends need. A dash of devil-may-care. Whatever the serious accident was exactly, it clearly captured Iris's imagination. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage, and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. Odie Assman, an investor and a well-known figure in society. A large explosion? A man died? The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrain. He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow on the charge of murder. What? Murder? If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. The Great Exhibition. A scientific experiment gone wrong. And murder? I fell out of my depth before I even started. Still. We should go to the prison straight away then, and try to meet with this German professor, don't you think? Definitely, yeah, totally, for sure. Ah, yes. One more thing about the case. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Oh, with Lord Van Zeeks? How? Oh, hey, now I can ask about that. But I want to hear about this forensic science symposium first. All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium. It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly. Ah! Man, do you train those birds to like flutter away whenever you do that gesture? London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it? Exactly! The future of policing. Ah! Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Exactly! It's extremely alarming! Ah! Jeez, how many times are you gonna fucking be jump scared, Iris? If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure the numbers of crime committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. Jesus, dude, you really like forensic science. Almost as much as you like keeping time. Sorry. By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I should detail everyone now. Bro, I'm actually kind of curious. I mean, like, 223 individual reasons. I'd like to hear that, actually. What? Oh, how fascinating. It all began 15 years ago. I was... Oh, what the... Oh my god, he's actually doing it. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter. In the simplest of terms, of course. Yeah, of course. Man, fucking Rianowski just fucking disassociated for like 3 hours. And now he just come to. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission. Oh, right. Yeah, that's wonderful. Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Oh. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now. Meanwhile, I had to just sit there and listen to 12 arguments and 233 individual reasons. Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful? I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. Yeah, no fucking kidding. Anyway, tell me about Van Zyke's condition, please. And keep it brief, maybe. Fortunately, Lord Van Zyke emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter. Oh, is he? Well, maybe we can fucking hell, maybe we can meet up in the streets. You know, fuck the courts, fuck the legal system. It'll be me, mano a mano with Van Zyke, with like broadsword to dawn. I'll kick his ass. But that's incredible. They were armed guns. Why was he attacked though? Do we know? It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van Zyke. But the man was acquitted. I've no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. Oh damn, I hope it wasn't fucking Magnus McGilded's corpse. Large sums of money? A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday. But you're not suggesting that was the work of the Reaper, surely? The victim's henchmen certainly seemed to think so. He was a man by the name of Assman, Mr. Odie Assman. Hey, wait a sec, wait just a call. Excusez-moi, sir. What the fuck? Isn't Mr. Odie Assman the victim of the murder case that we were just at? That you just shared with me like a few moments ago? Did you say Assman? That's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition. So it is. Yeah, yes. Known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization. Was it Organization 13? Unbelievable! I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Strongheart? Try me, bitch. Why do you use Lord Van Zyke as a prosecutor? All the criminals who manage to get off in court then meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom, except for Suzeki Natsume, and except for Gina, who I guess is still in prison, but like, still. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Van Zyke first. I know there's no evidence that he's actually that he actually is the Reaper in that sense. But still, something's clearly going on here. I have Van Zyke's work for the prosecution service for two reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him. But that doesn't make sense. How can you explain the way that the way that so many have died if not by someone's hand? Van Zyke may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the Crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. I mean, yeah, so far, none of the people who have died have been, directly related, or, it wasn't Van Dyke's fault, basically. Even though, again, he did watch Magnus McGill burn to death without even, like, batting an eye or lending a single hand. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget. Jeez, 11 hours? 11 hours late? That's, quite something. I mean, for a guy obsessed with time, you sure are the most punctual fella in the world. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. Yeah, it did kind of look like you just, like, fucking, just zoned off. Oh, yes. Where would I find Lord Van Zeeks now? I would assume he's at his office. Right. I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth. Bro, why do you care so much? He's an asshole. And if he's not dead, then you don't have anything to celebrate. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Hairbrain's defense entirely in your hands. Okay, geez, you don't have to fucking shoo me off like I'm a fucking rat. Or a cat. Oh, of course. Yeah, yes. Thank you very much, my lord. Clock noises, yeah. Okay, well, that was a fairly lengthy conversation with our good friend, Mr. Strongheart. So, before we do anything else, well, okay, looks like we can either choose to go to the prison, or we can go to the prosecutor's office and meet Lord Baroque Van Zykes in person. Well, I mean, we've met him in court, obviously, but, I mean, outside the courtroom. I'm sure that would be cool and epic. But we'll save that stuff for the next episode, huh? Whew. Man, again, I did not know that Lord Strongheart was such a fan of forensic science. That little gag with him, with fucking Rianovsky just disassociating for like an hour, was pretty funny stuff. Not gonna lie. But anyway, we'll continue things in the next episode. But until then, I'll see you around.